So what else besides the data do I consider before I purchase the cryptocurrency? That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Number one, the white paper. A white paper is a document that explains why a project exists. It should clearly state what the problem is, what the solution is, as well as a description of it, and how that solution stacks up against competitors, if some exist, the tokenomics of the project, if it has a coin or a token or a cryptocurrency, as well as the consensus mechanism, which is important for maintaining the integrity of a protocol or a blockchain. Not all white papers are created equal, and so there are several that do not have these features. There are also projects that do not have any white papers. I have found that the best way of being able to differentiate a high-quality white paper from a low-quality white paper is by reading white papers that are considered to be quite effective. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin white paper. If you just look at the abstract, it is very clear that why the developers of Bitcoin developed it. Their goal was to create peer-to-peer electronic cash that solves the double spending problem without an intermediary using a peer-to-peer network. And then throughout the paper, the creators of Bitcoin go into greater detail regarding all these key aspects that are highlighted in the abstract. Another white paper that I really like is this white paper for a project called API3, which is an oracle. So the white paper clearly states why protocols need data, what the shortcomings of the current oracles are, and API3's solution. Then throughout the paper, it goes into greater detail regarding these attributes of the API3 project, as well as the tokenomics. Since the Bitcoin white paper was released, the complexity in the crypto space has increased. And so there are white papers that contain complicated cryptography and computer science and mathematics. What distinguishes those white papers from low-quality white papers is that there is an attempt to make the white paper as much as is possible understandable to non-technical people and retail investors. Let's say you've come across a coin and you want to read its white paper. How do you find it? Well, you can go to CoinMarketCap. I can enter Bitcoin in the search area, which will take me to this page. To the left of the screen, I can see a link to Bitcoin's white paper. And then in the middle of my screen are a few tabs. If I click the About tab, I will be given a summary of the Bitcoin project. So CoinMarketCap is a great place for you to get links to white papers. You can also use ChatGPT to break down the more complicated aspects of the white paper. So besides the white paper, I also look at the tokenomics. So tokenomics are token economics, and they explain what is going to drive demand for that token, why people are going to want to hold it, and also explain features of the supply. Economics should explain whether the supply is fixed or whether it's infinite. If it's infinite, then at what rate are new tokens going to enter circulation? If it's fixed, will all those tokens be available at the launch of the project, or will they enter circulation through an inflation rate? And if it is initially fixed, will it reduce over time? So if that is the case, why will it reduce? And what is the deflationary rate? Bitcoin, for example, has a fixed supply of 21 million Bitcoin. But Bitcoin only enters circulation through a process known as mining. The last Bitcoin will enter circulation in the year 2140. The other thing I look at is the allocation. What I want to know is how much the key stakeholders are going to receive when the project is launched. The team has a small percentage of tokens, then they're incentivized to ensure the success and longevity of the project so that the value of their allocation can increase over time. Irrespective of whether the allocations favor the users or community or the VCs and the team, it's important to know, will all these tokens be available when the project launches? Will they be unlocked over time? And if that is the case, what is that schedule? Now that I've talked about the supply, how about the demand? So you want to know whether holding that token gives you a share of the revenue. And then you want to know whether staking that token will allow you to earn additional tokens. You also want to know whether it's a utility token or a governance token, or it serves some crucial purpose in the ecosystem of that project. So for example, Ether is required for all transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. If you don't have Ether, you can't transact. And remember, Ethereum has a vibrant ecosystem. So that can drive demand for Ether and can also influence positively the price. So all this information should be provided in the tokenomics. And this is usually in the white paper, because this can really affect not only the longevity of a project, but also the value of the cryptocurrency. Besides the white paper and the tokenomics, what else do I consider? The liquidity. Liquidity lets you know how easy it is to buy and sell a cryptocurrency. If a cryptocurrency has a high liquidity, then it's possible to buy and sell it easily without moving the market price. If it has a low liquidity, then it is more difficult to sell it. You might have to wait hours, or you might have to wait days for that order to fill. And if you're buying it, you typically buy it at more than what the current market price is. And if you're selling it, you tend to sell it at lower than what the current market price is as well. So what I use as a proxy for the liquidity is the trading volume. My thinking is that if there are many buyers and sellers, then it will be easy for me to buy or sell the cryptocurrency that I hold. So for information on the trading volume of any crypto asset, you can check out CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. Now you have to be careful with trading volume. Although I use it as a proxy for the liquidity, liquidity is not equal to trading volume. Cases where the trading volume, because an asset has low liquidity, is manipulated by exchanges or the team to lure users to that project. This typically happens to a great extent on obscure exchanges, as well as for newly released tokens. So when you're looking at the trading volume, I would suggest that you look at the trading volume on reputable exchanges, be they decentralized or centralized. Thank you so much for watching. This is all that I had for you today, and I will catch you in the next one.